Say today what he said.
There's this boy who has 5 loaves.
Oh, I saw a boy with 5 barley loaves of bread and 2 fish. But how far can it go? 5,000 men, 5,000 women, about 10,000 children? Where will 5 loaves of barley loaves go? How far will it go? Not much. Now, another important thing about this multiplication is the timing. Do you know that barley is harvested during only a specific time of the year? It's not available all year round. Do you know when is it? In our calendar now, around December. December. Passover. During Passover time, now don't forget that Passover moves. The Jewish calendar is shorter than our calendar, because our calendar is based on movement of the earth around the sun. So one revolution of earth around the sun takes 365 and 1/4 days. You know that? You remember?
Yeah. Yes.
Copernicus and Galileo. Okay, now, in the Hebrew calendar, that's not the case. In the Hebrew calendar, their calendar is short. That's why Passover moves every year. At this point, it's only around December. And then after about 5-10 years, it will not be in December, it will be sometime other than December. And according to the writings of the early church fathers, the multiplication took place around the time of Passover. Around the time of Passover. Around Passover. You understand Passover, right? I've talked about this before. That's why the boy had barley loaves of bread. Also, bread and fish to the Jews is peasant's meal. You know a peasant? A peasant is a poor person. A poor person. Not those well-off families. And the boy had barley loaves of bread and fish. So that means he was a peasant boy. He was not rich by any means. But he was willing to share. So it's around Passover. What else happened? The large crowd. In fact, 5,000 was mentioned. The large crowd. A large number. Of souls to save. Imagine if the people in the pews can only realize what they should be thinking as regards this particular gospel. Large crowd meaning large number of souls to save. And then Jesus took the bread. And then what did he do next?
He blessed them.
The gospel did not specifically say he blessed them, but it's understood. It's understood. Anything that passes through Jesus' hands is.
Gave thanks.
He gave thanks, yes. So Jesus gave thanks. salient points in the gospel. And then what did he do? He had them distributed. Jesus distributed. And then there's a sixth one. Actually, there's a seventh one. What else?
So he collected the remains.
They ate them and then
Lots of grass. Lots of grass. What does this remind you of?
sheep.
The sheep. Lots of grass. The sheep. Green pasture. This is green. That's the reason why even today we use the word green pasture. Why did you leave this company? For greener pasture. Green pasture. And what's number 7?
Collect the fragments.
Pick up the fragments.
There's one more.
Pick up the fragments. Tell them to lay down.
No. Jesus made them reply.
That means lay down, right?
Yeah. Made the people respond.
But isn't it before the request to recline the people was before
Yeah, the grass. Yeah. It's not necessarily in the order. But what is the significance of making the people recline? Hmm? Last Supper.
They got real comfortable.
If you have arthritis, it's not easy to recline. Yes? If you have bad knee, it's not easy to recline. You want a chair.
So they didn't have chairs like that.
They didn't have chairs. And you want another chair in front of you so you can put your feet. Now, they had the people recline on green grass of hope. What is the reflection on this point? Last Supper. Remember the Last Supper? The Last Supper, they recline. Have I given you the positioning of the apostles during the Last Supper? You haven't? I believe I did. So this means Last Supper.
Last Supper with what? With who? With Jesus?
Yeah. And the people, when the apostles were reclining, we remember that.
Right, but I'm still thinking of Jesus up in the green
Mountain.
pasture there,
This mountain.
in the mountain. That was in the Last Supper then. Was it?
And then there's mountain. What is the significance of the mountain?
Calvary.
Hmm?
Mount of Calvary.
Calvary. Even the Last Supper was in the upper room, right? And then, more significant, whenever Jesus prays, he climbs up. You notice that? He would climb up and then he would pray. And he climbed up this mountain to multiply the bread. And then, number 9, 8, we have leftovers. These 12 wicker baskets represent the 12 tribes of Israel. More importantly, this represents abundance, and stewardship. Why stewardship? Jesus asked them, collect all the leftovers. Collect all the pieces. And they filled 12 wicker baskets. Abundance. How do we look at abundance? God feeds us not limited by God. God feeds us limited by our capacity to receive. It's a very important point. Very important point. God continues to feed us, not controlled by or limited by His ability to provide. The controlling factor is not God. The controlling factor is us. Our ability to receive and continue to receive God's provisions. And they all ate. All the people ate. And there's still excess. There's superabundance. In other words, God is still giving, but the stomach can only take as much. Does that happen to you? If you go to all you can eat, there's only as much you can take. One more bite and you will throw up. Because you're filled up to here. And that's what happened to the people. The abundance of God's grace is not limited in any way, shape, or form. The only limitation with God's gifts is us. We can only take as much. Is that clear? And of course, stewardship. What does stewardship mean? We have to take care of God's gifts. Let's not waste God's gifts. Many of us don't want to eat food, leftover food. I'm not one of them. I love leftover food. Because I don't want to waste food. That's stewardship. Stewardship means taking care of God's gifts. Taking good care of and not wasting God's provisions. Some of the points from yesterday's gospel. Again, to summarize, in our point of view, when we see large crowd, what do we think? Problems. Problems. Where do we house this? People. And what about the food? Food is just one. Housing, right? Housing, accommodation. Let's say 50 people will arrive in Newark Airport and you're the one in charge. And they don't have money to book in hotels. What comes to your mind right away? Oh, where will they eat? Where will they be housed in? Right? And what about their clothing? Do they have provisions for clothing? You have to go to laundromat. A lot of these concerns is yours and mine. But God is not worried about those. For God, these are souls. These are souls that need to be loved. These are souls that need to be saved. Big difference. just have to trust God. Luke chapter 1 says there's nothing impossible with God. Nothing. Okay? Is that clear? I think I made a promise last week. I'm not sure if I included it. No, I didn't. Did St. Paul watch the Olympics? Remember St. Paul was in Greece. Has that occurred to you?
Maybe.
Chances are he did. Maybe he watched the Olympics. Did you know that the Olympics started in Greece? That's why it's called Olympics, because it started in Olympia, in Mount Olympus. That's where they started getting engaged in sports. There's one thing, I'll get to it later. Something about the effects of the scandals in the church. I thought I mentioned that last time. But let's stick to this because that's our